Alright, good morning. This is Mark on Random Acts of Carving, and today we're going to be cutting a 4x4 up. Going to try to carve a little car. I thought it'd be cool to carve a cartoon hot rod thing and see what it turns out like. So come along for the ride. We'll dig it out of there and see what we end up with. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to start off just cutting away some big chunks of wood with the handsaw here. If I had a bandsaw, I could have cut a lot more of this away, but I don't have a bandsaw, so I was just cutting it with a handsaw. But I got rid of some pretty big chunks. Basically, just wanted to make like a Hot Wheels looking car, but cartoonish, and I've been wanting to make one of these for a long time, but I know there's a lot of wood to remove to make one. So I was putting it off. It takes a little while to do it. So I started off using a Fordham cable drive, 1/4 inch drive. I'm just cutting in the lines so they don't disappear if I carve a little bit away. I try to keep that line there so I can tell where my corners are. That was getting pretty dusty. So I switched over to the reciprocating chisel. I used this on that carving box that I did a while back, and it works pretty good. I was able to take this off in a little bit bigger chunks than instead of making all that sawdust. I used a Dremel to cut in the lines to make the stop cuts, and then just used the chisel to remove the big chunks of wood. Tried to do this a few times probably when I was a kid, but gave up on it because it's so much wood to remove. Just didn't have the tools to do it. Didn't actually cut too bad with this chisel. It was I was able to remove a lot of wood off of this. Pretty nice. once I got the biggest part of the wood removed, and I switched back to the Fordham and started rounding all the corners off. Even with these tools, this was a pretty big challenge, just removing all this wood. Had to be a little bit delicate around the headlights too, because that's the way the grain was. They were able to break off there, but they stayed on nice. Didn't have to glue them back on, so that's. I think the funnest part of the carving is the detail work at the end, and the roughing out's kind of, it's hard to do sometimes, and this was all roughing out and very. I had a little bit of detailing at the end, but not like a normal carving. Probably a better piece of wood, like a piece of basswood, or even a piece of maple probably would have been really nice for this. But this was free. I already had it sitting around, so. Trying to make the wheels look fast, not round. So I kind of shaped them egg-shaped a little bit. You'll notice they're all egg-shaped the same direction. So the way it looks like it's going 100 miles an hour while it's sitting on a shelf. I'm using one of those ball nose end mills and getting in just that's like a spiral cut, and clear out the crevices pretty nice with it. It worked really good on this. The biggest one I have has a real small end on it still. I think it's less than 1/8 of an inch. And but it worked pretty good for cleaning out the details in the rims, the mag wheels. Using it just to clean up the corners in the windows. I already had them kind of roughed out with that big tapered or a big flame bit on a Dremel, but it's sort of good for cleaning up the corners. This is one of those diamond grit tools, just using the edge of it and cutting in the grill fins. Cutting in that panel for the front end. I put a smaller diamond bit in there to clean up the corners and the wheels. Detail the rims a little bit. I carved a little bit of stuff into the bottom just to give it a little bit of extra detail. Now we're adding the horsepower. Flames add horsepower to any car. got the flames all roughed out, and then I thought it would be kind of neat to carve the inside of the flame out there and give it a little bit of a 3D look. And I remembered it didn't have any tail lights, so I decided to cut some tail lights in. I didn't put side pipes on it, so I had to run the exhaust out the back. I didn't put the catalytic converters on it, they just slow you down. Coming along pretty good. I had a lot of hours, probably about 8 hours carving this. Mostly because of the wood that it was made out of. Alright, so we got the little car carving done here. I did go off camera a little bit this morning and just defined these flames a little better and cut out around the tail lights a little bit more so you can see them a little better. And just cleaned it up. So there's some spots on it, just needed some fine sanding. Got the underneath finished up. And this piece of wood, very unforgiving. This is a piece of treated 4x4, actually. It's treated wood. And so anywhere you touch it with a tool, it leaves a mark in it. So you got to be just real gentle with the tools. Sanding it is almost impossible. But anyways, I like how it turned out. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm gonna use water-based paint and try to stain it, basically, and get the colors on it a little bit, make it look like a cartoon. But I want to leave that grain to be able to show through. So, anyways, this is where it's at, and we're gonna start adding some colors to it. Here we go. I started painting this up. I really enjoyed painting this. I still have to go back and touch up a couple places on it. Even after I have it all done and the video all done, I still have to go back, and there's a couple spots in the wheels and that I needed to touch up. But I like the way that black paint, you could just, I added a little bit of water to it, and then I would rub it on there with a brush, and then wipe it back off with a rag, like a damp rag, and it worked really good. I mixed black with one of the darker burgundy colors that I had, darker red color. Got that burgundy look. I left kind of putting all the colors on there so you can see how I did it, but I love how it just turned out, the way the colors just kept bleeding together. I used a couple different shades of red and black, and a couple different shades of yellow and orange, and some white, and just kept fading these back, and they give it a pretty neat look on the washed out black color on the car. This is a gunmetal metallic paint for the wheels and the exhaust and the rear axle. I also used a little bit of the gunmetal mixed with white for the headlights and the windows. Alright, well, we got this week's carving done. This is turned out pretty cool. Out of a piece of treated lumber. This is a treated 4x4. You've seen the beginning of the video. It's pretty cool. Love how this paint just kind of blends in, fades in, and add a little bit of water and you can just blend it right in. So, yeah. Got what it looks like upside down, and there's the bottom. It's pretty cool. I just kind of kept the paint job going on the bottom, and yeah, turned out pretty sweet. So, get the back end there, the little teardrop tail lights, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.